One of the most important things in getting to know God is understanding the difference between the words worthy and deserving. It drives me nuts when I see these ads like, do this thing, buy this thing, get this car, you deserve it. No, you don't. We all deserve what Jesus got on the cross. And if that's true, then the last thing we want is what we deserve. But the Bible says we can be worthy. So what does that mean? Well, worthy has to do with worth. Are we worth it for God to pay the ultimate price for us? Because he says that there's worthless people as well. Not that he doesn't love them, just that they're not worth the price that he paid for us. And how do we become worthy? Jesus gives us all kinds of things we can do. But the biggest one is humbling ourselves and admitting that we don't deserve it. Deserving is kind of obvious. It means that we've done something that was equal to what we're getting. So do any of us deserve to live with a perfect God in a perfect place for the rest of forever? The Bible says that we've all fallen short of God's perfection. So, nope. Worthy, on the other hand, means are we worth it? And that is not determined by us. It's determined by God. Because God is the one that determines the ROI, the return on investment. God is the one that looks at us and he says, is this person worth my investment? Because God invested everything. He invested the life of his own son. Because Jesus gave up everything, way more than we ever could. He gave up being God. Now he got that back, don't worry. But he became a person. The Bible says that he was well acquainted with sorrow. And if you take a look at his life, you know what that means. So are you worth his investment? Because it might seem like a daunting task, but the Bible is full of people that God invested in that might have asked that question of themselves. There were sex workers, there was people who were hated, there was cowards, and God said, you're going to be part of history, and you're going to be a mighty warrior. So what does it take for God to see us as a good investment? God isn't looking for people who deserve it. He's looking for people who are willing to admit that they don't. We've got to do the work, but doing the work isn't about deserving it. It's about demonstrating to God that we're worth his investment because he was willing to invest it all so that we can have what only Jesus deserves. But why would God do that? Why would he invest the life of his own son if we don't deserve it? Well, the Bible says that God is at work in us to will and to work for his good pleasure. And that's it. He loves us, and we make it totally worth it for him to invest everything he did when we choose to become worthy of everything he gave his son to die to give us. And he just wants to see us have the best possible life with him at the center, because he knows that it's the only way to true satisfaction and worth and meaning in this life and in the life that will last forever, because of what Jesus did for us on the cross.